Hello students, I hope you all are fine at your home and you are enjoying your studies. Last time I started a new chapter, chapter number 6, Rock and Rock Cycle. In first video, I explained you about the rock, difference between rocks and minerals, and also the classification of rock. Okay, in that context, today I am going to start the first type. It is the igneous. Basically, there are three types of rocks: igneous rock, sedimentary rock, and metamorphic rock. Yes, remember. So today I explain only the igneous rock. Now see, types of rocks in their classification. First is igneous rock. What is igneous rock? Generally, this igneous rock is also called the primary rock or the parental rock. Why it is called primary rock or parental rock? Do remember the rock is formed due to the magma. Okay, the magma already have we have discussed. Inside the earth crust, there is a molten material. This is called magma, and this magma is solidifying. After solidification of this magma, it converts or it transforms, it formed into rocks. So this first type of rock which is formed due to the solidification of magma, it is called igneous rock. That's why it is called primary rock or the parental rock. Why it is called parental rock? Because it is the parent of all three rocks. It is a parent of all three rocks, because due to this igneous rock, after we will study in the next videos. Okay, due to igneous rock, another metamorphic and sedimentary, both rocks are formed. How? We'll see in the next videos. So in Latin word, the ignis means fire. If we study the ignis, so ignis means what? It is the fire. It means the magma. Magma, it is also a very high temperature material, molten material. Okay, so that's why it is come from the Latin word ignis. It means fire. How it forms? Formation due to the cooling and solidification and crystallization of hot molten material of the earth, known as magma. As I already told you, what is the magma? Magma, it is the molten material. When this magma is cooling, solidified, and crystalline. Crystalline is in the crystal form. Okay, in the salt you have understand crystals of salt, sugar. Okay, so crystallization. Even in rocks, some rocks we have see clearly the crystals. Okay, so this is the process of forming igneous rock. Then magma. This magma is found at a very great depth, because I already told you, I already explained you. Inside the earth, there is a liquid material. It is called magma, very hot liquid material. It is called magma, which is present at the very great depth. Because if it is on the surface, how can we survive? That's why it is in the great depth. And due to the volcano, or by the cracks of the earth crust, this magma is come out in the form of volcano. Okay, or in the form of magma due to by the volcano. Magma, it is of also two types: basalt and silicate. Basalt magma and silicate magma. How? This basalt magma is very hot and highly fluid. It means its fluidity is very high because the temperature is very high. And the silicate magma temperature is near about 850 degrees Celsius and highly viscous. It's viscous with the jelly-like. Okay, not too much fluidity. But this basalting is having a fluidity, but silicate is having less fluidity. Okay, that's why it is called viscous. So these are the two types of magma. Okay, now see. If I'm talking about the types of igneous rock, basically it is of two, on the basis of two. Okay, first basis, it is on the basis of silica. If silica is present, what are the changes? Now see, it is of two types also, acidic and basic. What is acidic igneous rock? If acidic igneous rock, so the amount of silica is very high. The amount of silica is very high. Examples are granite. If talking about the percentage, how much percentage? 65 to 85% silica is present in acidic rock. What is the quality of it? It solidify very fast. Its liquidity is viscous. It is not too much in liquid. If I'm talking about the basic igneous rock, so its it is having a low silicates, only 40 to 60%. An example are gabbro, okay, and its liquefying liquidity is less as compared to the acid. We can see, we can compare it very easily. Acidic lava solidified or its liquidity is less, basic lava liquidity is high. I hope it is clear. If I'm talking about the next, on the basis of occurrence, there are also two types: intrusive and extrusive rock. Intrusive, by the name we can easily understand, which is inside the earth crust. The rock which formed inside the earth crust is called intrusive rock. In the rock which is formed outside the earth crust or on the surface of the earth crust, it is called extrusive. Now see in detail. First, intrusive rock. Magma. What? Magma. Magma solidify below earth surface, where the magma is solidified below earth surface and remain surrounded by pre-existing rock, just like this is the surface of the earth and the lava is coming out by this magma chamber. The lava is coming out, but it not get proper crack. So what will happen? It solidified here only. Okay, this magma is solidified inside it, because these are the also already there are rocks. Okay, so in between the rocks, if there are some gap, so this is filled, these gaps, and this gap solidify and forms a intrusive rock. I hope it is clear. On the basis of cooling and depth, also there are two types. Yes, as I told, this is the magma chamber. Okay, this is the magma chamber. When this lava is, this is surface. Okay, this is surface of the earth crust. When this from the magma chamber, the magma is coming. So what will happen? Some magma solidify here, some magma is coming on the near to surface. So on the basis of its depthness, on the basis of its depthness or cooling, it is of two types: plutonic, and another one is the hypabasal. Now see how. First is plutonic, igneous rock of or origin. Okay, it means the from the magma chamber, if it is very near to magma chamber and these rocks is formed, this is called the plutonic rock. I hope it is clear. Plutonic rock. And if it is near to the surface, it is called the hypabasal rock. But it is intrusive. Okay. Remember, this both plutonic and hypabasal, these both are intrusive rock. They are inside that. If it is near to earth crust, it is called hypabasal. If it is near to the magma chamber or very depth, it is called plutonic. I hope it is clear. On the basis of its depthness, its height, it is of two types: plutonic and hypabasal. If I'm talking about the structure, so see, first of all, let's see. Cooling and crystallization is very slow. So what will happen? Why? Because it is in the great depth. Already temperature is too much high, so that's why the rate of cooling is very low, very less. And examples are grebo, granite, and batholith. We will see in the structure. Okay, I will explain you in the structure. If I'm talking about the hypobasal rock, it is a small scale igneous rock formed during the volcanic activities of the cracks, when because it is on the near to surface of the earth. That's why volcanic porphyry just beneath the earth surface. As I already told, this hypobasal is near to surface and plutonic is near to very depth. And what do structures? Sills and dikes. I explained you what are these sills and dikes. This gabbro, granite, these are the rock. Okay, but batholith, it is the structured rocks. Now see in the structure. Now you can see this structure. How this is? Now you can see here there is a magma chamber which is very deep inside the earth. When this magma is trying to coming out, so in between there is some gap. Okay, so the magma is filled another place. Okay, you can also see. Okay, just remember. Okay, these all are coming out, and this batholith, these seals, these all are the different structures. Dike, these are the different structures. And when this magma is completely coming out on the surface, it forms a volcano. It sometimes also it flows, but when it forms a completely structure, it forms a volcano. Okay, so you just remember, the volcanoes are not directly the mountains. Due to this flow, when it is solidify, and finally it becomes a volcanic shape. Okay, but it is not coming on the surface of the earth. See, this magma is not coming on the surface of the earth. If it is coming, it flows, or either it forms a volcano. But if it is not coming, intrusive, we are talking about the intrusive. So what kind of structure it forms? Basically, there are two structure. It is called batholith. So batholith is dome like structure. Now you can see the dome like structure. But what is the difference between in batholith and laccolith? The batholith flat, it means their base is not flat, it is not unified, or even it is not distinct. Okay, but the laccolith is having a dome shape like, but it's flat bottom. So main basic difference between in batholith and laccolith, it is having a flat bottom. We can easily understand, we can easily differentiate their base, but in the batholith it is not. Second one, it is the dike or sills. So when there is a horizontal gap, when there is a horizontal gap and it fills magma and form and solidify, it forms a rock structure. It is called sills. When it is vertical, okay, it is vertical. Vertical, it means the longitudinal. Okay, when it is vertical crack and it fills with a magma and solidify, it forms a dike. So it's very simple. These both are same structures, but only difference is it does not have a common bottom flat base, but it is having a flat base. It is a horizontal structure, it is the longitudinal structure. So it is very easy. I hope it is clear. So we see in detail that first of all it is the batholith. Okay, batholith. What is it? It is deep-seated intrusive rock, because I already explained you in the diagram. It is deep-seated, usually dome-shaped with no definite floor. It means their floor is not definite. Okay, but it is also dome-shaped. Bathos means depth. Bathos means depth, which is in very deep, in very low position, chiefly composed of granite. Basically, what is it? It forms a granite and covering about 100 square kilometers. Means it covers very vast area. Sometimes this batholith and laccolith also come in the open space when the erosion is very too much high. Okay, so it is in the form of a plateaus or in the dome like structures. Okay, so don't confuse it. It also come out on the surface when there is a high erosion. Next one, it is the laccolith. It is also the same. Magma becomes solidified just below the crust because the laccolith is near to the surface and batholith is bottom. Upper surface is dome shaped, but the bottom is flat. It is having both dome shaped and but bottom is very flat. This is the main difference in laccolith and batholith. Lakos, it is in the Greek language. What is it? Cistern. What is a cistern? It means it is a hollow structure or in which the water can be stored. That's why it is called cistern. Lakos, or it is in the Greek word cistern. Cistern means there is a hollow space in which we can store water. So sometimes it is also hollow space because the outer surface is covered, but inside there is a hollow space. So that's why it is Lakos. Next structure, it is the sills. So I already explained you, sills and dikes both are same. Only the difference is their position. Sheet like body but horizontal and sheet like body but vertical. It forms when the magma solidified between two layers of sedimentary rocks horizontally. Now there is a one rock, there is another rock. If now it is a structure of rock, but if there is a gap in between, so the magma is coming and it fills, and after some time it will solidify. And what will happen? This become a sills. The same position when the there is a vertical gap. If there is a rock, if there is a rock, if there is a gap, so the magma is coming and it is filled with it. It is in longitudinal position, so that's why it is structure called as dike. So sheet like body but it is vertical. Magma is forced upward. Okay, it is upward and it is horizontal. Upward, it fills vertical cracks or the fissure in the existing rocks and it hardens and it forms a dike. I hope it is clear. Now, the second type, it is called the extrusive igneous rock. What is it? Extrusive igneous rock. So, rocks by which it is solidification of magma above the earth surface, on the earth surface. Okay, the magma is coming out and it solidifies and it forms a rock. It is called the extrusive igneous rock. Include lava flow and volcanic ash. Now, in this rock, you can also find it lava flow. As I already explained you what is lava flow, and sometimes the ash is also present in the rock. Such rocks such rocks are smooth. What kind of rock? Smooth, crystalline, and fine grained. Why? Because the rate is very high. Because it solidifies very fast. Because in the surface of the earth, the temperature is lesser. Okay, so that's why the rate of cooling is very high. That's why it is very smooth, crystalline, and very fine grained. That's why it is called volcanic rock. What is it called? It also called volcanic rock. Example is basalt. What is the example? Basalt. Now we have understand what is the igneous rock, what is the different types of igneous rock. Now we come on the characteristics of the igneous rock. Now, what are the characteristics? Very simple. What we have studied, these all are the characteristics. It is in the granular and the crystalline form. What kind of rock it is? Granular and crystalline. Rocks are solidified from molten magma. Yes, there is a molten magma which is solidified and forms these igneous rocks. Do not occur in the distinct beds and strata. Now, in the next module, you will understand because the metamorphic rock it is in the form of strata. Okay, strata or in the bed. It means the different layers. Okay, one layer, two layer, three layer. I think you must have seen or you might have seen this type of rocks in the hilly regions. Okay, you can easily see different layers of the rocks. It is called metamorphic rock or sedimentary rock. So it is not having like that because it is a very solid rock. That's why it do not occur distinct beds or strata. Okay, no layers. We cannot easily differentiate in its layer. Generally hard because it is the primary rock. That's why it is very hard and difficult in water percolation. What is the water percolation? The water cannot enter from the rocks. It means it is not porous in nature. It is called percolation. Generally, already discussed, most rocks consist of silicates. Already we have discussed on the basis of silica. Okay, 65 to 80% or maybe 40 to 60% silicates is present. Valuable minerals, most of the valuable minerals, just like iron, gold, silver, lead, aluminium, magnesium, these all, okay, manganese, these all are the precious metal present in igneous rock. Where it is found? In the igneous rock. The amount of these all minerals which is found in the igneous rock. So I hope it is clear what is the igneous rock, what are its types, and what is the characteristics of it. Now the time is for your clearing doubts. Now what are your doubts? What are your doubts? I got three responses. Now let me one by one, let me try to clear your doubts. Now first question is, the book which sir is using to teach us is different from the new book which the students purchase from the store. It is written by the Veena Bhargav. Okay. This is the about the Goel Prakash and publication. Okay. Remember beta, the book is not that much important. Yes, last time I taught with her old book, but now I from this new chapter I given a with a new book material. Okay, so don't worry about it. And one more thing, whenever you are going in the higher classes, the importance of book is not that much not that much good. Okay, only one book is not enough. That's why I am not teaching you only by one book. By the material of 2 3 books I teach you. Okay, so just focus on the understanding. Whatever the book, you just remember, you just read the books only for the revision or for the more understanding. Okay, but more focus you just give in the videos. If you not understand anything, you can ask any doubt. If any concept is not clear, but don't confuse about the books. But I short outed your problem with a new book. I will start teaching. Okay, so I hope your doubt is clear. Next problem, it is, sir, which landform is formed due to the tensional force? Okay, so basically there are two forces, compressional force and the tensional forces. I already cleared you, but let me clear once more. When there is a rock structure, when the compression is occurring, so it folded. Okay, so fold mountains are formed. But when there are some cracks, when there is a tensional force, so tensional force, it means too much, and there are some cracks, there is a tensional force, so it forms a block mountain. So due to the tensional forces, there is a block mountains formed. I hope it is clear. Good morning, sir. I have doubt that whether will you ask the question in test from the old book or new book. Beta, the question will come from inside the book, and don't focus on the question answers, because now you are in the higher classes. You have to understand the concept, and you have to write answer in your own language. You have to make the habit of it. Leave the habit of question answers. Understand each concept properly. If you not understand, you can ask the doubt. Okay, but don't focus on the question answers, because question answer will come from inside the book, because it is also the pre-board. Okay, paper will come from the board. Okay, so please thoroughly study the books. I hope you clear all the doubts. Thank you so much for listening me. Next time we will meet with a new video. Thank you so much, and I hope you are enjoying. Please do enjoy all your studies. Okay, don't take too much tension, but do revision, read continuously, and study slowly. Okay, but don't take too much tension, only understand the concept. I hope it is clear. Next time we will meet. Thank you, have a nice day.